Seniors, avoid this deadliest sitting position. It shortens your life. Did you know that the way you're sitting right now could be silently taking years off your life, especially if you're over 70? Something as simple as your everyday sitting position might be causing serious damage to your vital organs, restricting blood flow to your brain, and accelerating your aging process without you even realizing it. I'm talking about what health experts call the deadly slump position, a sitting posture that millions of seniors unknowingly adopt every day, causing gradual but significant harm to their bodies. Take Robert, for example, a 75-year-old retired accountant I met last year. For over 4 decades, Robert spent 8 to 10 hours daily hunched over spreadsheets and financial documents. After retirement, he maintained the same curved sitting posture when watching TV, reading, or using his computer at home. It just feels natural after all these years, he told me when I suggested he sit differently. By his mid-70s, Robert was experiencing severe back pain, unexpected digestive problems, and alarming dizzy spells. His doctor was puzzled by his rapidly declining health, despite having no major diagnosed conditions. What they finally discovered was shocking. His habitual sitting position was the hidden culprit behind his deteriorating health. The good news? Robert made one simple change to how he sits, and within just weeks his symptoms began to improve dramatically. Today, I'll show you exactly what that change was and how you can implement it immediately to protect your health and potentially add years back to your life. What is the deadly slump position? The deadly slump position is characterized by a C-shaped spine curve with the lower back rounded, shoulders hunched forward, and head protruding ahead of the shoulders. This position places immense stress on your spine. Research shows this forward head posture adds up to 50 pounds of abnormal leverage on your cervical spine. Orthopedic specialists in geriatric spinal health explain that the spine has natural curves that act as shock absorbers. When seniors slouch, these curves distort, forcing the spine to bear weight improperly. For those over 70 with already dehydrated spinal discs, this position accelerates degeneration and can compress nerves branching from the spinal column. This compression doesn't just cause pain, but triggers widespread problems affecting everything from circulation to cognitive function, as your spine is the central pathway of your nervous system. Now let's examine how this deadly slump position affects different systems throughout your body. These 4 critical health impacts reveal why proper sitting posture isn't just about comfort. It's essential for your longevity and quality of life. 1. Blood circulation issues from poor sitting position. The deadly slump sitting position doesn't just harm your spine, it creates a dangerous situation for your entire circulatory system, particularly affecting blood flow to your lower extremities. When you sit in this slouched position, you're essentially creating multiple points of compression throughout your body that restrict normal blood circulation. In the slumped posture, your abdomen compresses, putting pressure on the major blood vessels that run through this region, including the inferior vena cava, the large vein carrying deoxygenated blood from your lower body back to your heart. Simultaneously, the improper angle of your hips and knees creates pressure points on the back of your thighs, further restricting blood flow through important vessels. Cardiovascular research has revealed that prolonged sitting in this incorrect position can reduce blood flow to your legs by up to 40%, significantly increasing your risk of developing dangerous blood clots, particularly for seniors whose circulation is already compromised by age-related changes to the vascular system. This restricted circulation doesn't just increase clot risk. It can lead to swelling, varicose veins, and contribute to peripheral arterial disease. For many seniors, the initial signs of circulation problems caused by poor sitting posture appear as seemingly minor symptoms. Occasional numbness or tingling in the legs, slight swelling in the ankles by evening, or a sensation of heaviness in the limbs. Unfortunately, these early warning signs are often dismissed as inevitable aspects of aging rather than recognized as correctable issues related to sitting position. To improve circulation immediately while sitting, keep your feet flat on the floor with knees at hip level or slightly lower. Avoid crossing your legs at the knees. This creates additional compression points on blood vessels. Every 20 minutes, perform simple ankle pumps. Flex your feet up and down 10 to 15 times to activate your calf muscles, which act as natural pumps for returning blood to your heart. This small movement can increase lower limb circulation by up to 30%, even while remaining seated. Second, digestive system problems caused by incorrect sitting. When you adopt the slumped sitting position, you create a physical environment that severely compromises your digestive system in ways many people never consider. Unlike circulation issues that might manifest as visible swelling, digestive problems often develop internally without obvious external signs until they become serious conditions. The folded posture of slumped sitting compresses your abdominal cavity, physically restricting the space your digestive organs need to function properly. This compression applies direct mechanical pressure on your stomach, potentially forcing stomach acids upward toward your esophagus. For seniors already at higher risk for acid reflux, this positional pressure can be the difference between comfortable digestion and chronic heartburn. More significantly, this compressed posture affects peristalsis, the wave-like muscle contractions that move food through your digestive tract. When your abdomen is compressed, these natural movements become less efficient, slowing transit time and potentially leading to constipation issues that are particularly troublesome for older adults. The pancreas and gallbladder, crucial organs for producing digestive enzymes and bile, also experience reduced efficiency when compressed. This can lead to inadequate breakdown of nutrients and decreased absorption of essential vitamins and minerals, particularly problematic for seniors who may already face nutritional challenges. To protect your digestive health, maintain proper sitting posture with your spine elongated, creating maximum space for your abdominal organs. A slight recline of 100 to 110 degrees rather than sitting bolt upright at 90 degrees creates optimal positioning for your digestive system. This slight backward tilt reduces pressure on your stomach and allows digestive organs to function with minimal restriction. Consider timing. Avoid sitting in any position immediately after meals. If possible, take a short 5 to 10 minute walk after eating before settling into your chair, allowing initial digestion to occur in an optimal position for your digestive tract. 3. Respiratory limitations from slumped sitting. The slumped sitting position creates a mechanical disadvantage for your respiratory system that progressively diminishes your breathing capacity. When you slouch forward, your chest cavity physically contracts, preventing your lungs from expanding to their full volume with each breath. This restriction is particularly significant for the lower portions of your lungs. In proper posture, these lower lobes contain the greatest number of air sacs, alveoli, where oxygen transfer occurs. When slumped, these critical regions become partially compressed, reducing their ability to inflate properly and decreasing oxygen uptake with every breath. Pulmonary function testing reveals that seniors who habitually sit in the slumped position can experience up to a 30% reduction in vital capacity, the maximum amount of air you can exhale after taking the deepest possible breath. This reduction doesn't just affect how you feel during exertion, it impacts your body's baseline oxygen levels throughout the day and night. Your diaphragm, the primary muscle of respiration, also becomes mechanically disadvantaged in the slumped position. Instead of being able to contract and flatten properly to draw air into your lungs, it must work against the compressed abdominal contents pushing up against it. This creates a pattern of shallow, upper chest breathing that requires more energy while delivering less oxygen. For seniors with existing respiratory conditions like COPD, asthma, or pulmonary fibrosis, this posture-induced reduction in breathing efficiency can significantly worsen symptoms and accelerate the decline in lung function. To immediately improve respiratory function, practice tall sitting. Imagine a string pulling your head toward the ceiling while keeping your shoulders relaxed. This creates maximum space for lung expansion. Then incorporate diaphragmatic breathing. Place one hand on your abdomen and focus on expanding it outward with each inhale, allowing your lungs to fill from bottom to top. This breathing pattern, when practiced in proper posture, even for just a few minutes several times daily, can increase oxygen saturation levels and gradually retrain your body's breathing mechanics. Fourth brain health connection to sitting position. The relationship between your sitting posture and brain function represents perhaps the most overlooked yet critical impact of the deadly slump position. When your head juts forward in this posture, it creates subtle but significant changes to the blood vessels that supply your brain with oxygen and nutrients. The vertebral arteries, major blood vessels that run through the bones of your neck, become physically compressed when your head shifts forward from its properly aligned position above your shoulders. This cervical misalignment can reduce cerebral blood flow by up to 20%, creating a state of mild but chronic oxygen and glucose shortage to your brain tissues. For seniors, this posture-induced reduction in brain circulation occurs precisely when the aging brain already faces natural challenges with blood flow efficiency. The combination can accelerate cognitive changes that many mistakenly attribute solely to aging rather than to correctable posture issues. Neuroimaging studies utilizing functional MRI have demonstrated that proper sitting posture improves blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for executive functions like decision-making, attention, and working memory. These cognitive functions are often the first to show subtle declines with age and are significantly impacted by reductions in blood flow. The brain posture connection extends beyond blood flow. The proprioceptive system, your body's position sense, relies on signals from neck muscles and joints to help orient your brain's perception of space. When these structures remain in chronic misalignment from poor sitting posture, it can affect balance, spatial awareness, and even mood regulation through altered sensory input to the brain. To support optimal brain function, practice this simple alignment exercise. Draw your head back until your ears align with your shoulders, creating what physical therapists call the chin tuck position. Hold for 10 seconds while breathing normally, then release slightly while maintaining proper alignment. This position normalizes blood flow through the vertebral arteries and reduces strain on the muscles that support your head, which weighs approximately 10 to 12 pounds when properly aligned, but can exert force equivalent to 40 to 50 pounds when jutting forward in the slumped position. You now understand how the deadly slump sitting position affects 4 critical aspects of your health: restricting blood circulation that can lead to dangerous clots, compressing digestive organs that impair nutrient absorption, reducing lung capacity that limits oxygen intake, and decreasing blood flow to your brain that affects cognitive function. These effects aren't minor inconveniences. They represent serious threats to your health and longevity, especially as you age. Remember to sit with your lower back supported, shoulders relaxed but not rounded, and head balanced properly over your spine. Take regular breaks to perform the simple posture correction exercises mentioned for each body system. Don't wait to make these changes. Every day spent in proper alignment is a day invested in your health. Start right now with a quick posture check. Are your ears aligned with your shoulders? Is your lower back supported? Make the adjustment and feel the difference immediately. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. Stay healthy and see you in my next video.